coach is either made from or based on designs by a French Huguenot furniture designer called Daniel Marot. It's in the Baroque style, which is why it's so elaborate. There's so much detail, so much carving.
The Speaker's State coach dates back to the 17th century, when it was probably built for King William III and Queen Mary II. It has been used by speakers of the House of Commons for state occasions since it was likely gifted by Queen Anne in 1702.
This coach is really significant because it shows the long relationship between the monarchy and Parliament, both in the symbolism of its carving and its painting, but also in how it's been used by the Speaker over the centuries. It was used for the late Queen's coronation and her Silver Jubilee, also for her father and grandfather's coronations. It was used in previous Jubilees for Victoria, George V, and to celebrate the Prince of Wales recovering from typhoid in the 1870s.
The coach was last used in the 1980s to transport Speaker George Thomas to the wedding of the then Prince of Wales to Lady Diana Spencer. The oldest of the three ceremonial coaches in Britain, it was put on regular display in Westminster Hall from 1995 until its formal retirement by Speaker Michael Martin.
In 2005, the coach was retired from use to be conserved as a historic object. We had a nearly 2-year conservation project led by a company called Plowden and Smith, specialist conservators who worked on the gilded carving. So we stripped back layers of varnish, we took off centuries of dirt, the painted panels were completely restored, and the gilding was brought back to this bright, really detailed focus on the carving, so you can really see how fine the imagery on the coach is. This central painted panel is really key to the meaning of the coach. So we've got what we think is King William III being presented with the Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights by the figure of Britannia, two really key documents in the rights of Parliament in a constitutional monarchy. You can see you've got Justice here with her scales, she's blindfolded holding a sword, classic attributes, and then you've got this little Cupid holding the Union flag and Fortune spreading the news in the sky above them. So all really capturing this key moment in British politics. If we go round to the back, you can see we've got two painted panels on the back of the carriage itself and then this elaborate carving, gilded carving on the back. So the two panels and the one at the top, you can see we've got Britannia, figure of Britain with her trademark lion, and then underneath we've got Victory and Orpheus. Up the top here, this elaborate gilded carving, we've got a figure of Victory. This carving we think much more military and royal, so from when the coach was made and owned by the monarchy before it was given to the Speaker. As I said, we've got this figure of Victory crowned with laurels, and then she's triumphing over these two figures who appear to be chained captives, probably classical slaves within the kind of imagery you would get on a coach like this, referencing ancient Rome and the might of the Roman Empire.
Here we have this coach that was given by Queen Anne to the Speaker at the time. This coach was built around 1698, somewhere around there, 1694, we're not quite sure. And it was gifted to the Speaker at the time in the early 1700s. Ever since that day, speakers have used it. And each speaker will have had a favourite part to it. I think the gifting of the Magna Carta, a reminder of the values of the Magna Carta, is the most important to me.